Kia south of everything in Batesville. Jeff Zelasco, and this young man sitting between the two of us happens to be Mr. Mark Martin. We'd love to come in and talk about Kia, and what a great opportunity to get to talk to the man that the dealership's named after. First of all, Mark, how are you, sir?
Well, I'm doing great. Good to be here.
Jeff, we're selling Kias, and we're selling them front, right, left, center. We are moving inventory.
We're excited. We're still rolling them out. That's right.
I guess when I come here and I talk to Jeff Zelasco, Mark, one of the most positive car people that I've ever been around. This guy does a super duper job. First of all, I want to ask you, everybody knows about Mark Martin. Everybody knows your history in racing. When you kind of get to where you're going to get out of racing, you decide that you want to get in the automobile industry. Tell us about your thoughts of why the automobile industry and why Batesville, Arkansas.
Well, I raced Fords for 23 years, and this Batesville is where I was raised, grew up. I started racing over here, the dirt track. Got my career started, or got started 15 years old there. And Batesville's where I'm from. And I had interest in the Ford dealership for quite some time. Wasn't able to get a deal done. But eventually I got hooked up with Lance Landers,
right?
And he said that he would work on negotiating the deal, and we were able to make a deal to acquire the Ford dealership here in town. And my thought all along was I wanted to bring all the stuff that I'd collected back home, because it was scattered around, wasn't where anyone could see it. And I wanted to bring all my trophies and everything, all the stuff that I had collected through the years, the hardware I'd collected, back here. Right. And so, I felt like having the Ford dealership and long-term, adding the sort of museum or something to display, all that stuff would be ideal. And so Lance has made a great partner. Lance has been in the car business all his life. Sure. And knows the business well, and so that's really how we got started. We made the deal on the dealership, and then we got in the works the new building and the museum, and after a few years of hard work, we wound up having that, and then we just expanded from there.
Talk a little bit about the museum, talk a little bit more about that, because let me tell you what, folks, if you've never been to the Mark Martin Museum right here in Batesville, it is the most incredible historical setting. If you go in there and see from when you're 15 years old and read about the cars and look at the cars that you've driven and the great races that you've been in, such historical value, not only for you in Batesville, Arkansas, but the whole racing world, and it's all on display right at the Ford dealership.
Well, it is, and we're really proud of it. We're very, very proud of the job that was done, getting it all set up and displayed, and it's all right here. And we just had Mario Andretti through town a few weeks ago, and he stopped in and saw it and was really impressed. So I think if we can impress Mario Andretti, we've done something.
You say he was in town, and my first thought, I bet he was going fast. That was my first thought. Bet he was going real fast.
He was in and out of town pretty quickly. Yeah, he wasn't here long.
Share with us, Jeff, a little bit about, and Mark goes from there. How do we get a Kia dealership? How'd that come about? We're in the Ford business, Lance and Mark in the Ford business, and now Kia on the horizon, and we go, hey, there's a Kia dealership out there.
Well, I've heard that Kia wasn't too excited about coming to Little Batesville, Arkansas. I think there were a couple of years of negotiations and talking going on, and I think the final word was it's Batesville or it's not for us. And here we are, and we have shocked Kia.
Yes.
We've talked about this on several shows that the folks from Atlanta, which is the southern region, have been up here, made 2 trips up here, and talked to us specifically about how are you selling this many cars with this population? And of course, we show them that we're not just selling to this population. We're going up into Missouri and over toward Fayetteville. A lot of open territory there, but we've got a great product to market. We've got the best warranty in the industry. And we've talked about the Kia value story, about when you take a Kia, any vehicle, and you look at what's on that car, equipment, technology, features, and you put it against somebody else's vehicle, you're getting more equipment on the car, and the sticker is usually less.
Yes.
And then you take somebody that's going to buy a competitive car, and you go, well, if you want to have this car in their line, you're going to spend $2,000 to get the warranty that we're giving you free with this car.
Sure.
And then you add our gas mileage in there, which is incredible in most of our cars. I think we ranked number 3 last year by the United States EPA for fuel economy. So you add all that up, and the value story's there, and it just Kia makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense, and what a location right here next to the Ford store.
Oh, yes.
And of course, Mark, you're in another new adventure. Still motorized vehicles, but a little smaller ones. When you talk about ATVs and Honda and boats, talk a little bit about that adventure.
Well, we had the opportunity to acquire the B&R, Marine and Honda store here in town, and it seemed like an intriguing adventure, and so we've tackled that the same as we did the Ford deal. We're still in the original building, but we have broken ground on the new building, which will really be just across the street next to the Planters Bank. And we're adding lines. We've added the low boats to our marine side, which is a great addition. We will be bringing on, eventually we're going to be bringing on Arctic as well. We've got some great side-by-sides and ATVs and generators, and we've got Traeger grills, which is a great product.
Sure.
We've got a lot of good stuff, and we're just in the process of sort of building it up, and it's a challenge because it is not the same as the car business for sure, but we've been working through it and making progress, and we have the same philosophy with that business as we do the car business, and that is to make sure that we have happy customers, we take care of our customers, and if we do that, then we'll have repeat customers.
Quickly, and I know we don't have a lot of time, you're a busy guy, but let me ask you this, what's on the horizon, what's next for Mark Martin? I mean, I think it's just an incredible story that you go out and do what you did, from a kid to a grown man to the best in the world, the best in the racing industry for many, many years, and then you come back to Batesville, Arkansas, you come home and you put businesses in Batesville, Arkansas, so you're home. I think that's just an incredible story. What's next for Mark Martin?
Gosh, just trying to improve on what we have here. I don't have any, huge ambitions right now of expanding. We do have a Chevy store in Melbourne, and GMC, Chevy GMC, and Buick in Ash Flat, right. And then the stuff here in Batesville, and that's basically, as of right now, that's all we want. We want to just try to refine and continue to improve on what we have and build our customer base. And I'm here in town an awful lot now.
Sure you are.
And I'm just trying to learn how to gear down
Right.
and sort of come to terms with being in a different gear than I've been in for 40 years.
Absolutely.
And
Going fast.
You've
been going real fast, haven't you?
And I'm making good progress there.
Yes, sir.
And so I think it's just stay right here and enjoy the beautiful state of Arkansas and,
yes, sir.
And all that it has to offer.
I guess you've been all around the world and all around the country and raced everywhere, and it sure is nice to be home, isn't it?
It is nice to be home. When I was a teenager, I'll be honest with you, I couldn't wait to get out of here.
Absolutely.
And go, embrace the world.
Sure.
And
you did that, my friend.
And I did that, and now I am very, very happy to be back home.
Jeff, let me ask you this, and you've told me before, how important is it that you're working for Mark Martin at Mark Martin Kia?
Oh, it's real important, and we use it quite a bit.
Yes, I bet we do.
You know, the Mark Martin experience, and we tell people we do things differently. We want you to have, he said that, we want you to have a good experience. We don't want one shot at selling you a car. We want several shots at selling you a vehicle. You become part of our family, and we take care of you after that. And customer satisfaction, I looked at our numbers this morning. We have a perfect 1,000 this month right now. And that's what we want for. We want everybody, and you know, with the public, it's hard to please everybody, but we try real hard. And that's one of the best compliments that we get from our customers, and it's over and over in surveys that this was the best buying experience I've ever had buying a car. And you know, some people, we've got a lot of retirees around here, so you have people coming here that are 60, 70, some of them 80 years old, and they say, this is the most fun we've ever had buying a car. And you go, great, and then you go, why? You know, why are you at this age and just now? This is the best time. So, I mean, that's what we strive for, is to give them a great car buying experience and a great product. And while I'm talking, I've got to pitch this in since this is a Kia show.
Yes, it is.
We've got a promotion going on this month.
All right.
And it goes till July the 6th. But Kia is offering 0% interest for 66 months on the popular Optima, Forte, and Sedona. And they're going to make your first 3 payments.
Really?
Yeah. So that's to kind of help everybody get going off for summer. You know, people travel. It's time to trade cars. Some people buying first cars for kids getting out of college or high school. And this is a great incentive. No interest in 66 months and 3 payments is a great incentive to come out and look at the Kias.
You know, when they talk about free money at the bank, I think everybody's interested in free money. I need to borrow a little money.
Yeah.
How much y'all going to charge me to borrow that? But we're not going to charge you anything if you do it for 66 months or less.
I had a guy in here the other day, and you know, 0 interest. I said, why not leave your money in the bank?
Sure.
And use theirs? It's not costing you anything. I know the banks aren't paying tremendous amounts of interest on money right now, but still 0 interest. Keep your money and do something else with it.
Well, you guys have assembled a great team here, Mark. You and Lance, and from the Ford store, the Kia store, and obviously the 2 other stores that you mentioned up north. And a great success story. Northeast Arkansas, the southern United States, and around the world. It's my pleasure to get to see you, sir.
Well, thank you. It's good to be with you.
Jeff, we got lots of cars to sell. We've got lots of inventory. We invite the folks by to come see us. We'll
Certainly.
make them a deal. And you mentioned it a while ago, and I say it on every show that we do. I'm here a couple of times a month, and I have never been in a dealership. And I'm an old car guy, 14 years in the business. I've never seen an easier, more pleasant way to purchase an automobile that you can get at the Mark Martin dealerships. It's incredible how you're treated from start to finish. You know, when Mooney does his when he does his show for the Ford company, he talks about there's no hanky-panky, there's no smoking mirrors. It's just good, fair, honest business, and it starts at the top with you guys. My pleasure. Jeff, continue on with great work.
Thanks.